not working now. It is. Why does it not do... Why does it do that? Also, why is my mic, like, very low now? Jeez. You moved your PC to the other room for one day, and then all the settings get swapped. Do I need to turn down the audio? Or the game audio? How's everyone doing? Oh yeah, and Crimson is indeed first, and I shall turn down the audio. How's that? That might be too quiet. How is this? Is the game too quiet? Crimson is indeed first, and I shall indeed hydrate. Game too quiet? How's this? Everything is just not wanting to work properly. Sorry I'm a little late. Maybe I need to be a little bit louder. I have it at full blast right now because it just changed because it felt like it. I can't make myself louder, at least for now, until, you know, I move my PC to the other room for a bit, turn it back, and then all my settings just randomly change. Game is fine now? Great. So, we are gonna do a challenge where Popcorn Dog has challenged me to play Fire Emblem 6 without using promoted units. So basically base units only. I asked for further clarifications, and I was told no dragons or dancers because they cannot be promoted anyway, even if they are not considered a base unit. So that is an extra rule set on top, and we'll go with that for now. But yeah, as long as I don't use a promoted unit, we'll be fine. The early game will probably be fairly simple, just like a normal playthrough. And after a certain point, though, we're gonna have to actually try. I don't know when, though. I don't know when that will be the case. By the way, because this is a game I have streamed before, I have to ask how I should handle this. First of all, do you know what happens in this game? Like, is this a first time seeing it for you, Crimson and Taylor? And since this is the second time I am streaming this game, and the first time around it was my first playthrough. It's the first time you've seen this. Should I go through the story as if it's my first time streaming it? Or should I just speed through, like skip past the cutscenes, and if you want to know what's going on, I'll just say, look at the other playthrough. I'm not fully sure how to handle moments like this, where I could go through the story again for people who haven't seen it, but I've already done it before. I've already streamed it before. Whatever you want, since it's a challenge, maybe I could just summarize it very shortly, maybe? Okay, I can try... You know what? Instead of just straight up skipping, I'll skim through. That might be best. That might be best to do. But we have a death counter. It is... Don't mind skimming it? Okay. If you're actually curious on the plot itself or the story, you can either look at my older streams, or you can play it yourself. I think that's fair. Because this is a game I have streamed before. By the way, this is a game that was never released in America. This was a game that was promoting, you know, Roy. In Super Smash Bros. Melee, they first introduced Martha and Roy. And when they were going to use the pro tag from the previous game, Leaf, but they decided to go with Roy because his game was coming out. It wasn't even out yet in Japan. So they were using that to promote him. And funnily enough, we did not get this game. We got the game after, which is a prequel with his father. So, anyway. let's go ahead and get this started. And as you can see, these are my older, my older save file. I am going to erase this save file. I think we could just keep it on the epilogue. Hell, I may delete this. We'll see if I need the extra save. I don't need any of those. Alright, we're gonna start a new game. You know, hot corn dog never specified, but we're going hard. I'm pretty sure that's what you would want. Men and dragons once lived in harmony on this land. However, that harmony was broken when the men suddenly started to invade. In a great war known as the Scoring, both sides fought over control of the continent. The laws of nature were twisted in the vast amounts of power that were released. The dragons were defeated and disappeared from the face of the continent. Mankind then began to spread its forces throughout to populate the land. And now, 1,000 years later, the people of the continent, Alibe, have been spreading technology and civilization for some time now after the dragons have been defeated. In the west resides Etruria, which is the highest level of civilization in Alibe. Kingdom of Burn, with powerful military and practical craftsman aptitude about life, is located in the east. These are the two strongest nations in Alibe, and the lesser nations are located between them. When does the game get good? I don't know, Hot Corn Dog. I do not know. How you doing? There is a Lycian Alliance, which is under joint relations in various marquesses. The people of the Knights Union of Ilia are hard at work cultivating in the snowy wastelands to the north. The Sakai are live various clans which ride through the plains on horseback. There are occasional clashes between the nation-states, but there was a general sense of balance of power in peace and Alibe. That balance was disrupted. King Safil, ruler of the Kingdom of Burn, has sent his forces out to conquer the rest of the Alibe. Burn's forces invaded Sakai and Ilia and mercifully massacred all those who stood against him, or against them. Now Burn has shown signs of invading the Lycian Alliance. The youth named Roy was in Lycia's largest territory, Ostia. He was sent as a transfer student to train to become the next Marquess of Faray. However, Eliwood, who has fallen ill, has sent for Roy to return home. Just around the time Lilina, the daughter of Hector, has traveled to Lycia to pay her respect to Eliwood. After getting a message, Roy hurried back home with his royal knights and Bors, a knight from Ostia responsible for Lilina's safety. Right outside the outskirts of Faray. I don't know how much I'll maybe skim through a little bit faster, but we'll see. You have 178 spell charges in Dark Souls 2. Now, I didn't think you could get that many spell charges. Oh no! Bandits! Our common first enemy that we have to deal with Fire Emblem! Who's Grace Knight? Can't beat an illness. You're right when you said there wouldn't be many soldiers around, because they're getting ready to take on Burn. Who do you think I am? But you never know when reinforcements are gonna come. Alright. Go off the guys in the castle while he's got time, then the treasure is ours. I didn't get who I wanted heroes in to win Choose Your Legend, but someone did win. One of the chicks from Wait, the one from the mobile game, the recent one. Okay. You know, I only booted up that one day when it went live, and I haven't booted it up since. Granted, I haven't really played any mobile games to begin with lately, so it's kind of fair. Master, the bandits from Bone Mountain are attacking us. Last. If it weren't for this day, I would teach him a lesson. Mr. Eliwood, you did look at some of the FF games today and decided to at least start with 6. FF6 is one of the best RPGs, just in general, P-Chan. You are gonna start with pretty much peak P-Chan. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself with FF6. It is a great game, and honestly, FF6 is one of those games that I feel is a must-play game. Not Final Fantasy game, must-play game. Have fun. When you send a messenger to Roy informing him of his attack immediately, yes, sir. By the way, P-Chan, because I have personally streamed this game before, and this is a second playthrough with a challenge run, I'm kind of skimming through the plot. It's Lance, what's the matter? Why are you in such a hurry? Master Roy, bandits have appeared attacking the castle. Ellie was safe, he's inside defending against the bandits, but I don't know how long he could last with his illness. Is Lady Lily not safe? Are you from Ostia? She's in the castle, she should be alright. And you know what, since this is a second playthrough, I do not mind if I boot up maps to look at for strategies and items, basically. Alright, let's go. We're gonna save those trapped in the castle. Fire Emblem 6 chapters. And here we go. Popcorn Dog, I have a question. If we have a promoted unit... Lizard. If we have a promoted unit, like in Marcus... Oops. Do you want me to just kill him? There we go. That's the one. Do you want me to just kill him? Any promoted units, just get him off the field? Or do we just say, they will be alright just as long as they never fight? Said you kill him? Said just put him in the corner if you want? Okay. I wasn't too sure what you wanted me to do. What do you have? Iron Sword and Silver Lance. Just to make sure he doesn't fight anything, we will give his stuff away. You might not be able to join FF14 tomorrow, so nothing says so, but I have to house it tomorrow. That's all well and good. That is all fine, Tyler. Or Taylor, I'm sorry. We'll do that. I at least gave the Iron Sword. I could trade items later. Yeah, I am perfectly fine with looking up maps for, like, list of items and recruits. Basically. Like, I do not have a problem with that. This is not first playthrough. So, we cannot promote, but after a certain point, Roy has to promote. My question is, how do we handle Roy once he does promote? All these guys are unpromoted, so we can use everyone except for Marcus. Let's put you here. Let's have Roy try. I have a death counter for resets. Obviously, if someone like Marcus dies, I won't count it. It's more for resets than anything else. Luckily, the first map is fairly simple. Roy doesn't have the speed to double. I will reset if anyone dies. That way, because we gotta keep who we can use, you know? This is not a... If they die, we're gonna keep that, you know? So use who we can. Alan, can we get you to do anything? Alright, well, if you take damage, we can deal with it next time. But yeah, the only restrictions is we cannot use promoted units. That's the only restriction. We can use everything else. We can use stronger weapons. And eventually we won't be able to use Dancer. Or, Dragon. Although that may change depending on, depending on how things go. But, we'll see. For sure, no promoted. Yeah, Shroob, how you doing? You did the lizard. What's going on? And we'll keep Roy where you are. Oh, let me check something. Not that. Big. Fast for movement speed. Tech speed we can leave as is for now. I think we'll go with auto end turns on. Good. I think we're fine. Let's at least give someone the silver lance. That way someone has it. But yeah, Taylor, last time I did the Gladiator quest and finished that off, but I didn't have time to start the Paladin quest, so I'll probably be doing that at the very least. Sucks. Once everyone hits level 20, that's it. Can't raise them up any higher than that. This is either going to be impossible or just very slow. We'll see how far we can go. Let's have you stay back here. I don't even want Marcus to, like, go to the village. I don't even want him to do that. Set you here. Let's have you go all the way over here. Okay. I should have a potion, so we should be fine there. Damn it. Not hit. If I use wolves, we can weaken. The dudes who won were Sigurd Sylvain, Tsubasa, and Side. Or Sida. Tsubasa and Sida. And Azura. Okay. We got Fates. Sida's the FE1. Let's go to this village. May not be much, but it's something we're going to offer. What do we get? Gold. Okay, we'll take it. And that's it. Sylvain is, I believe, Fire Emblem Engage. Sigurd's 4. I forget who Tsubasa was from, so it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of a bit of everything. Let's have you weaken. I was gonna say, I don't really know who to prioritize, because Roy, like, once he caps, he kind of sucks, but everyone's gonna cap. Oh, Tsubasa is from the Mirage game, okay. People are happy a character from a game who's been ignored. Yeah, I don't really hear people talk about that game specifically. And let's not let him take damage. wait a minute. Is there evasion here? There is a little bit of a void. And let's wait. Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't let landscape. Everyone's level 1, right? Level 1. Yeah, pretty much. So it doesn't really matter who gets this. 3DS games be like that, no? I don't know if any of the 3DS games are really ignored. It doesn't, I mean, people talk about Fates all the time of how bad the plot is. People love Awakening. Actually, if anything, the only one that's ignored would be, the only one that would be ignored would be, Shadows of Valentia. Oh, I made a mistake. Because that one came out right at the tail end of 3DS. I had to do it. Damn it. At least try to hit full range. Damn it. Stand here. We use the potion. Let's get you out of the way. Oh, hey, Batcat. How's it going? How fast am I gonna bench Roy? We don't know yet, Batcat. Because he may still be useful. It's entirely possible he'll still be useful. You know what? I am going to stand here. I put myself in a bad spot already. Just gonna because the thing about Roy is, like, people bench him because he can't promote until, like, the end of the game. But guess what? I can't promote anyone anyway. So Roy is probably going to be used. And not just a pack mule, you know? He's not just going to be a pack mule. If I do get hit, I die. Well, I'm probably taking that risk no matter what I do, so... Perfect, that worked out. Take a break for Pokemon, but we'll return to the challenge after the break. How far are you in the challenge? Let's have you... use a potion. Stay there. 2 units up, we can get... Your attack is 17. Your defense is 6. So 11 damage. What's your speed? Speed is 6. Although I think that... Doesn't this have some weight? I'm trying to remember. Con of 11... weight of 10. I think that's fine. So speed of 6. Speed of 8. Okay, so Roy wouldn't get doubled. We can set Roy here. And let's set you up here. So we can you. Six spawns today. Stuck grinding but can't do any raids. 4-star or higher. Making grinding a lot slower. Right. Oh, I didn't realize I was in range of both, but luckily I dodged. I thought I was only in range of one of them. I lucked out. I lucked out. Okay, Alan. So now, let's try Roy. 1 damage. 1 HP left, I mean. Let's weaken you. So, remind me, what do you have left, Bad Cat? Should be able to hit. Perfect. At that point, it's basically 100%. And we are not in range of you. That ain't happening. If I get hit, I will probably die the next turn. So we are just going to enter. One thing I will try to do is I'll try to go to the snow continent this time, because I wasn't able to do that the first time around. There's a split pathway in this game, and it's determined on if you have higher level Pegasus flyers or if you have higher level, what was it? There's the horseback archers. I forget what they're called. Thanks, Walt. Thank you. Alan. You can survive 2 hits. Roy will die if he misses, so let's just have Lance Duke kill him. There we go. Works. 2 over here. How much do potions heal, does it say? I think it heals enough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fighting raid, fairy raid, Sada, E4, Arvin. Sada's last no matter what. E4, Arvin, Liv, Primera, Nimona. Right, if Sada's last, so you basically have Elite 4, the Fighting Raid, and the Fairy Raid, and Arvin. So, 2 raids, Elite 4, and Arvin. So, have you tried any of those fights? And it's just, a little too much at the moment? Let's start with raids. Do you need to grind? Oh, and Penny, right. That's the end of the star raids. If I use you, we can weaken. We're getting chip damage. And let's hand it to Alan. Yeah, you'll survive. I'll go ahead and set up Battle Royale. Skill and speed. Speed helps. Kind of need attack, though. And you know what sucks? Even if this is, this could be just very possible, right? But if I get bad RNG, that could just... Bad RNG on my level ups could actually be a problem. You know? Although, if I remember correctly, like, one of the last chapters straight up lets you buy power-up boosting stuff. So, if I absolutely need to, if we make it all the way over there, we can use basically all of my money for that. Hey, Roy, you have good evasion. Never mind, you suck. Here when I thought Roy had good evasion. You're going back here. We'll let Alan stand here because if he attacks, he's fine. So we can stand here. We're just leaving it there. By the way, P-Chan, if you're listening, which version of Final Fantasy VI are you going to be playing? Super Nintendo or Pixel Perfect, or is there a different version you're going to be playing? You're going to wait a while wait till 60 for Fairy? Because of the Steel-type Mawile? Again, did you even try? That's my question, is did you even attempt it already? You probably need to level up, but yeah. E4, you need 80, believe, due to Poppy's Steel team. That one's gonna be tough. 80 together, pass, raid, minigame. Oh, you have tried. Okay. Okay. I wasn't aware. Pass, raid, minigame for fighting raid. 80 for 90 for Nimona because of Liking Rock. Liking Rock is gonna be annoying. Have you ended up basically with a more consistent strategy now? Like, what's kind of your go-to moveset and items right now? Is it snow and leftovers? Skill, luck, and defense, okay. Better chance for crit and accuracy. Done earlier for now, you're at least trying to find one, because apparently the one you found isn't downloaded for some reason. Okay. I'd say either go with Super Nintendo. Honestly, the Super Nintendo one is still fine. Or or go with the Pixel Perfect version that you can get on, like, Steam. Or modern consoles. And I say that because the Pixel Perfect version is just the Super Nintendo version. It's just a better visual and better, what else would you call it? Not just visuals. Basically an up-to-date version of the Super Nintendo version specifically. If you want one with potentially extra content, then you would consider the Game Boy Advance version. But if I haven't tried the GBA version, so I don't really know how good the extra content is, but I don't remember, based on what I've seen, it being that great. Yeah, I'm gonna get some chip damage here. You know what? I think I want you to heal. No, not rescue. Have you step back? Can Lance get the kill? No. Okay. I'm gonna actually just go for the potion. I should be able to dodge. Leftover Snowscape. Calm Mind. Of course I get that. Or I get hit from a 30%. It's a good thing I potioned. And to choose everything, Sand Attack. Oh, you're going with Sand Attack. Interesting. So you basically only have one attacking move that really just you kind of feel like you need. Most of the time it will probably be Ice Beam. Do you have a different move if you end up needing to boost physical attack? Like if you decide to go Curse instead of Calm Mind? What's your attack? 13. I wasn't paying attention. Attack of 13, defense of 6. I'm taking a risk. There we go. Should be fine. You got strength, skill, and speed boost. That's what we're looking for. Oh, you can't make it all the way up there. Roy, can you get the kill? No. Thanks, Roy. Thank you. You know what? We're using our last potion on Roy. He kinda needs it. Yeah, you better stay there. If I send you in with the Iron Sword, I only deal 6. If I send you in with the Iron Sword, 9. Okay. What about Boars? We'll send in Boars. Yeah, he can take this. Again, attack of 13, what's your defense? 11? So we're only talking 2 damage. Okay, yeah. What are we looking at with rolls? We could deal some chip damage. Oh, of course. He hits on the 61, but I missed on the 75. Gotta love Fire Emblem. Actually, you don't have to. And this is why we don't like early archers. Come on, Boars. Damn it, Boars. Alright, well, you're not gonna work. Oh, that's gonna be easy. Let's just leave it there. Man, this guy must have a strong bow to be able to get past a heavily armored unit's defense. Don't worry, I will hit him eventually. It's going to work, I swear. You're safe right here. I'm gonna wait here. And right now, this is more or less a normal playthrough of FE6. After a certain point, it's gonna get really tough. There we go, Boars. You finally got him. Where's my cleric when you need it? Oh my god, like, my clerics are just gonna be stuck healing and doing nothing else. You have to do sand attack piece for effective boost. Scary. Glacial on physical attack is pretty much half the special attack's not worth. Right. I fully get that. He can't do anything. You damn idiots. Can't you guys take on these dastards? Nope. Clearly not. And luckily, we could just have Wolt also snipe. If I send in Alan, what are we looking at? Hold. I would need to be at full health to really make it worth it. How many potions do I have? I like this. Do you have anything else? Nope, you don't have anything else. Okay, Marcus, you stay there. Okay. Strength is 5, your strength is 8. 7. You know what? Let's give you the javelin instead. The accuracy is garbage, though. And even then, we're only talking about 5 damage. It's almost not worth it. If I start attacking with Wolts... Oh yeah, I have 2 HP. I'm like, what the hell? My accuracy is 4? No. Not that bad. Okay. Roy, can you do anything? If you get hit, you're dead. Here. Again, we have the same problem. In this case, I would have to rely on a crit. And even then, we are only talking about... what? 9 damage? Oh my god. Do you have a vulnerary? How am I struggling this much? Oh, this is hard mode, duh. Can't the other... No, I don't think anyone else can use the rapier. I could try. I forgot this is hard mode. Okay, so let me try trading. Nope, see? Can't use it. I think Roy's the only one. It says rank E instead of proficiency. Well, in that case, Alan should have been able to use it. Should have activated proficiency instead of letter. I don't know. Okay. This is gonna be really tricky. Why do I have a feeling they really want to use Marcus for this? If I were to go up as Alan with the Iron Sword, we're talking 6 damage. And I can only survive a single hit. We only have 1 more potion to work with. Okay. Yeah, Roy did not lock in enough, did he? My accuracy goes up, my crit goes up. I think we need to rely on a crit. So, let's make sure the rapier's up there. Let's do that. Let's go with the javelin. Try to get some chip damage in there. I think I have to rely on a crit. Okay. Everyone else cannot do anything. Kind of stuck here. This is exactly what I'm worried about. Okay, good. Roy has the potion, right? Yep. Damn it, Alan! Hit Hit him with the javelin. We gotta outdo his healing. This is gonna be a little bit tougher than I thought. Roy did something, exactly. He dodged. And he hit him back. That is impressive. We got strength, luck, defense, and resistance boost. Honestly, that's almost everything we would want. At this point, Roy has to rely on a crit. Let's be honest, even if the defense boost would have been nice, but it wouldn't have helped. Honestly, Roy just needs some speed. You have 9 speed? Weight of 15. I think Roy just needed, like, one more speed boost. Maybe Roy will carry? Nope, I don't think so. I mean, look, Roy's doing 4 damage instead of 3, but he's still not doubling. Uh, 24. He's doing 16. I think Roy ain't gonna make it. Yeah, I don't think Roy's gonna make it. The Steam version's out of the question because apparently it's not available in your region. So the only way you're getting that is someone buying it as a gift. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I guess you're gonna have to just find someone, find the Super Nintendo version then, P-chan, I guess. Yeah, 16 damage. If Roy gets hit one more time, that's it. Roy, get the crits, come on. This is already starting to be clutch. Well, we're gonna keep it as is. Because let's be honest, this is my only strat to win. If only Alan could freaking hit him. And Wolf. Well, come on, something. That is not what I'm looking for. You... HP? Come on, Walt. Or be doing anything but crit. He kinda needs to. He needs to lock in. Walt getting benched immediately? Probably. I'm just saying, if Roy gets a crit, we win. But if he gets hit, we lose. Or if he doesn't get a crit, it's another round. Do we... You know, okay. Roy, please. The crit. This is so slow. please do something. Okay, thank you. You're at 6. Again. For Roy to win, he needs the crit. Sweating, and it's only chapter 1. Oh my god. Oh my god, Roy. Please. Walt, come on, please. Damn it. Again. We need the crit. There's always a risk involved. Okay. I think we got this. No, I jinxed it. I probably just jinxed it. Come on, Walt, please. Thank you. Okay. Roy? Roy. Please. Thank you. Oh my god, that was... This is how the rest of the game is going to be like. Well, you got skill and luck. Okay! Oh my god. Oh look, Father and Lilina are safe. Not easy, super stressful, 1 out of 10 game. It doesn't help that we don't have a healer, and I think we ran out of potions altogether. That did not help. Don't want to send you out because you're still studying. I'm not well. I would only be a hindrance. Roy, my father's in charge of Lycia's main army. Now I can use my magic to be some help for Roy. Lilina must return to Austria. Why? With Hector's absence, there's no one currently sitting at the throne of Austria. People must be feeling uptight. You are the daughter of the Marquess, must take the throne until Hector returns. Ease the tension of the people. You must go to Bern border and meet with the mercenary group that I have arranged a contract with. Send Merlinus along with you. He'll be very helpful with his knowledge. Go and fight and show them who you are, the next Marquess of Perry. Of course, I have something to ask you. I'll accompany Roy in his travels and swear to protect him with my life. Roy, be careful. I know, Luna. And that was chapter 1. We've been here for an hour. There's a small village on the border of the fair area of Bern. Here Roy was to meet with the mercenary band that Eliwood had hired for him. Just east of the village is a small castle accompanied by Bern's forces, or occupied. When Roy had reached the village, the castle was in a chaotic state. Roy had yet learned that the confusion going on in the castle was going to cause turbulence all over Elene. Chapter 2. The Princess of Bern. What I'm asking is where the princess is. Captain Milady was certain she was in her room. I've already heard that. Where's the princess at this moment? We're almost going to head to Lord with Lycia, but if something happens to the princess, can you take responsibility? I never should have let Her Highness go down to the border in the first place. I will return to Bern and inform the king about this matter. Try not to make it into a panic, so you must find the princess as soon as possible. Is Princess Guinevere still with us? Yes, sir. She's under constant monitoring in the basement. Good. Don't let her escape. Sir, are you sure this is a good idea? Don't worry. Byrne has plenty of enemies. The younger sister of King Sophia. We'll be sure to get a hefty amount of money by turning her in to one of their foes. I'm not going to make it out anywhere rest of our country anyway. Better off thinking of ways to make money. Yes, sir, but there's one little problem with that plan. What do you mean? I just received a report that it seems Princess Guinevere's servants have escaped. You fool! Why did you say so earlier? Go search for her. Okay. Okay, Millie sucks ass searching. Yeah, she's not really good. You know, she just kind of left where she was at. Master Grove. It's around here somewhere. This is where it's supposed to meet the mercenary band. Though it seems they aren't here yet. I can see someone heading this way. Oh my god, a cleric! Excuse me, I was in a hurry. No, it's fine, I'm fine, but are you okay? I'm fine, thank you. You not hurt? You're from Lycia, are you not? I'm the son Marquess of Ferre. Dear God, thank you, I'm in your guidance. Please, could you help us rescue my mistress? What happened? My mistress and I are traveling to meet someone from the Lycian Alliance. However, while we were passing through here, we fell into a trap set by Rude, the lord of the castle just east of here. We were captured. Master Roy, we must not get into unnecessary entanglements with Byrne now. But we can't neglect a person who has come to meet someone from the Alliance. It isn't smart to charge into enemy fields either. There they are! Hey guys, over here, get the servant girl! Doesn't matter whether she's dead or alive. No! Well, Merlinus, they attack first. We gotta fight, don't we? You won't pay heed of me, now will you? I guess I can be witness to how much you have learned in Austria. We charge the castle. Miss Ellen, you can hide it in someplace safe. No, I will accompany you. You cannot win without a healer. The one that got you tangled up, please let me be some help. Okay. Our savior, if she wasn't locked in as just a healer, she'd probably be a good bishop or whatever light magic healer casts is called. Yeah, she probably would be a good bishop. But she's stuck as cleric, which, oh, I'm sorry, sister. Which, you know, it's fine. We desperately needed one. We got a weapon shop up there, and an item shop. Oh, we got Merlinus. Do we count Merlinus? Let's first send you up here to town. Do you think she still would be good at dodge tanking? Probably not. Probably not. So, okay, we got Lancers, so... Okay, I could double. What about you? Can't double. Oh, I gotta be careful. If I can get to here, we can do some things. For now, though. Okay, I gotta play this safe. Set you here. Back from ads? Nice. I was gonna ask about Merlinus. Are we allowed to use him? He is just a transporter, right? They should be around here somewhere. Fanny, could you go and check to see if Fairay's army is around here? Sure. Deke! Who's our client this time? The Faray family is one of the nobles of Lycia. Marcus' son is going to be joining the Lycian Alliance. Going up against Byrne? That's what it looks like. The opponent to show some skill, maybe. Byrne is going to be tough. Better be careful. I believe I found them, but it looks like they're fighting someone down there. What? That was already started? Better hurry. You say he's fine. Roy can't do normal Lord stuff of access to storage like future games, so I say he's fine to lose. Okay. Besides, Merlin is just the storage. He can't fight anyway. You saved us. We get a sword. Armor Slayer. That's gonna help. That will help. We got a bunch of armor units. Or, not armor. I'm done. Axe units. Hand axe. I wonder if we should wait one more turn. Okay, over here, we got lance units. We got a bunch of axes. We got Ward and we got Lot. Okay. Ward has one more strength. Lot has way more skill, so he's more accurate. Lot also has more speed. Not that it really matters, I don't think. The con is only a 1 point difference. Knock defense. We'll try Lot. Oh, it's not close enough. Oh, and you have a hammer. Luckily, a fighter is not a promoted unit. Deke is a mercenary, so he's usable. You know what, let's... If I stand here... 1, 2, 3... My evade is the same. I can at least aggro a couple. I want Lot over here. I might as well hand axe. I'll get him off. Then Fanny. I really got to prioritize leveling up Fanny. Get someone fighting you. Do that. Go a little bit closer. We'll keep Marquez up here. There's gonna be a point where we could choose not to have him in the party. That's fine. I'm okay with this. For the new Dragon Ball news, what are your thoughts on John Dragon Ball? What new Dragon Ball news? No, I actually haven't heard anything about Dragon Ball. What's going on? Strength, speed, and luck. I mean, any stat point is nice, but you kind of don't necessarily need the speed. Not John Dragon Ball! Oh no! He's gonna... He's gonna break the entire cannon. A remaster of the Beerus being in Earth thing? Super continues the Galactic Patrol in New Game in 2027. You know, like, when you say new game, do you mean new fighting game? Or do you mean, like, something like Kakarot? Where it's more of an RPG. We're gonna make sure we keep the Iron Axe equipped here. We'll just stay like that. I kinda want Boris to get the KO. If I send you in, what do we got? Potions. I can buy some potions. Will be in 2027. He unfortunately solos your favorite verse. Oh, he's just way better than everyone else. How would I, you know, I should have expected that with Dragon Ball, you know? Oh yeah, he gave me an Armor Slayer, specifically to fight Rude. What do we got? Start sending Roy down with the Iron Sword. Send Alan down with the Iron Sword. Start healing, I guess. Not that the EXP no! I was gonna say, not that the EXP makes a difference, but no, if we level up and we get more magic, it should affect healing. So, yeah, there's definitely worth boosting. What else do we got? Alright, Deke. So if I do this, 89 accuracy, 16 attack power. I can't kill. That will be enough to kill. We will probably end up using Deke. I do like mercenary units. What's with this thing of putting John in front of the titles? I think it's just... it's a joke of how generic the character is. It's a joke on how generic the character being introduced is. Usually it's also a, maybe a created character as well. Damn it, Deke. How dare you get hit? So many javelins. But you know, if I can't hit on a 20%, then the opponents can't either. That's how it works. That's how it's supposed to work. Alan can't make it. Let's get rid of this guy. John Fowler is your favorite John. Just like John Call of Duty. We can't kill. Do you have a potion? You do. No. If you can't hit on 20%, the opponents can. Damn! He can't double me either. But I can't kill on this. No, I can't kill it anyway. We'll go for accuracy. What do you have? You have a javelin. Oh, but I put myself in a bad spot. I put Fanny in a bad spot. She could get the kill. She actually could. Don't really want to take that risk, but she could. What do we got? Send Lance up. Make sure you have the sword equipped. Wait, no one needs to go here just yet. Where we got this shop? I guess I could just restock. We need an iron... We could use a spare iron bow. 2 javelins. 1 for boars, 1 for lance. And I think we need another spare iron lance to give to someone. I don't think we need another iron sword. I think we're good. Okay, good. I was hoping for him to miss. Level up. Skill, speed, and luck. More accuracy. More likely to double. We'll take it. Oh, great. Ward, are you going to be our first death? And you know what sucks? I could have potioned. I could have just potioned. Except you are going after Ward. Oh, no, you are going after Ward. I thought you were going after the other one. And there it is. Our first reset. We kind of need everyone who we can get. Alright. And only Chapter 2! It was that quick. So, again, if I just potioned, I would be fine. Luckily, how this game works is if you know what the RNG is, and you do the exact same things as what you could do before, the game will play exactly the same. That's what I'm trying to say. John Fall also go by Nate the Rake because he sweeps all the opponents. I don't know. You here. You here. Oh, I am dumb. I am lay dumb. Someone's gonna get EXP. And it's gonna be Wolt. Not a single point, but you know, it's EXP. mercenaries. Again, Ward, you go here. But yeah, if you make the exact same moves in the exact same ways, the game will play the same. So you could do a few resets and just make one tiny change just to see if things work. One of the players try to give them more background. We know John Fallow is a vet. I guess he wanted to expand on that because more needs to be said. What more needs to be said about that? Here we go. Wolves. Please be useful. I don't know what other archers we can use. You know what? I may have Merlin's go grab potions for everyone. Boars? Something good? Skill and luck? Not really that good. Roy. We'll be okay. Says Nate is the dude who laughed, thus gave him Nate the Rig. That's it? That's all it takes to expand a backstory? Or expand a character? That's kinda nothing. Alan, we go here. Oh, I didn't catch that first. Instead in Fallout 1, in the intro cutscene, there's a propaganda piece in which you see two soldiers. See Canadian war prison tied up. One soldier executed him. The other dude laughs before the screen says, "Buy war bonds." And Nate is the one who laughed. Okay. I see. I see. I just need to play Fallout one of these days. I mean, that makes sense to me, at the very least, why you would go after Eek. I doubt there's anything to know. Yeah, nothing too complicated here. To get the true ending, though, we will need to try to get all the sacred weapons. And I think for this playthrough, we should at least try to do that. You know, see how far we could go with this setup, but let's be honest, I don't know how much we can actually do. People hated that retcon so much that the writer deleted the tweet and fought the commentators just saying he was joking. But then it was too late. The people started making edits about Nate hating Canadians and just doesn't have trauma. It's just reliving his time in Canada in post-apocalypse. So instead of, like, you took they took a character who was originally a tragic character and then turned him into this almost kind of psychopath, right? That's kind of what it sounds like. Okay. Javelin. Peggy have Faint. Do you have Kanto? Pegasus Knights have Kanto, right? You know what? We're gonna try something. Fall, I don't think single protagonist is normal, especially after the first playthrough. Fair. Alan, I need you to rush up. Do something about these guys. Oh, Bolt. Can we get the kill? No, but we can get close. Might as well. Yeah, we'll keep it there. That's fine. I guess Roy could use some healing. Perfect. Send you down here. Okay. You are buying 1 Iron Lance, 2 of these, and 1 Iron Man. Actually, no, we're buying another Iron Lance. For Fanny. I forgot. But yeah, that was a good point. No protag in Fallout is probably sane. Hey, Shroob, how's it going? Your brain hurt? Well, don't worry about that. Just go ahead and just sit here and watch me die, I guess. So, I could go rescue Fanny, but if I remember correctly, he moves last. And these guys will go in first, so I think Fanny might be safe for a turn. Yeah, how are you doing, Shroob? What's going on? Oh, now we get a crit. Are you familiar with Fire Emblem at all, Shroob? Or is it just whatever Smash Bros. Shows? It's like, oh, I remember that character from Super Smash Brothers. Work is getting crazy, and about to get crazier. How is work gonna get crazier? You know Ike. Let's go back to Discord. I guess I'll take a look later. You know Ike, and that's about it. Okay. It's fair. Yeah, so even I've streamed this game before, Shroob, but I know there's some people in here who haven't played or seen this game, so I'm kind of skimming through the plot here and there. So if like you're interested in looking at the actual plot, you know, I have another stream playthrough. Or play it yourself, that works too. And I'll leave it at that. So for this challenge, Hot Corn Dog told... Ooh, there it is. I didn't think you could get there. Okay. Reset. Death. For this challenge, we are not allowed to use promoted units. We are not allowed to take our units and promote them either. They're stuck in their base classes. The only reason you recognize Roy's sword was because of Smash Bros. Yep. And yeah, this is Roy's game. The one that never made it out of Japan. One of them, anyway, actually. There are many FE games that didn't make it out of Japan. Just... You know what? I'm just gonna rush it. Oh wait, no, that's Lance. I'm gonna have you rush it, actually. Yeah, the game Ike is from is Path of Radiance, which I do have. I do have Path of Radiance. Like, not... luckily, it just got recently added to the GameCube Switch Online. But no, I have Path of Radiance even without that. Let's go ahead and get boars right here. Get wolves over here. But yeah, for this challenge, we cannot use promoted units. So Marcus here, he's a paladin, which is a promoted unit from a cavalier. So Marcus cannot be used. Lance up here. And I can't heal you just yet, so we'll just leave it there. I'm also playing on hard mode because I feel like that's just kind of right for this challenge. Am I already gonna die again? Thanks, Death. That was quick. This is only chapter 2, by the way. Okay, so Alan cannot rush in. Boars can, though. Come on, give me that level. Skill, speed, luck. And you know what's funny, Crimson? Roy doesn't get his titular Blazing Blade until, like, the end of the game. It's an end game thing. Actually, can we just... Can we have Wolf just get the kill? No, but we can weaken. Might as well give you some EXP. And by the way, in case you don't know, this game has permadeath. So, character dies, they're dead for good. So if you want to keep them, that's a reset. You know what? I'll put Roy here. Away. Set you up here. Keep you around here. See how this goes. Might be rushing in a little too much. Favorite character is Robin. Even though you never played any Fire Emblem, you only play Heroes and Warriors. You like Robin because of Smash? You went into those games with most character. You went into those games with your most used character is Robin. So you never played any Fire Emblem game, and you use Robin a lot in Heroes and Warriors, okay? And Smash Brothers. To be fair, as a created character, especially in the later parts of the series, the created character is pretty busted. So honestly, Robin is just a good character to play as. Okay, I'm gonna try to have Wolves grab this kill. Set up another Battle Royale. I think I'll have Boars attack. No. Roy can't get close. Armor Slayer. Get down here. Here. Never play Fire Emblem because you kind of suck. Don't like those tactics games. So permadeath is like no. If you're scared of the permadeath, for one, Fire Emblem Sacred Stones is like the easiest Fire Emblem game. So even though there's permadeath, that one's actually very easy to get into. So that is something to consider. But there are other tactics games that don't have permadeath that you could try instead. Disgaea, like, the permadeath's not really a thing. I was trying to give her some EXP. Thanks, Fanny. Thank you. So useful. You can't get the kill. What if we go down here and just Iron Sword? I can't heal Alan without putting Ellen at risk. Okay. Thanks, Roy. Thank you. Thanks for this. Floors. Okay, so Roy's at risk. At least I think so. What's your attack power? 16. What's your defense? 7. Roy is actually safe. That is shocking. I'm surprised. Just as surprised as you all are. But yeah, there are other strategy games that might be worth trying that don't have the permadeath. Final Fantasy Tactics, I don't think has permadeath. Or if it does, they give you like 3 turns to revive them with a Phoenix Down or a life spell. What the hell? Death? Man, things change so much. RNG changes. Man, you try having Fanny actually do something, and it changes so many things. This is great. This is going great. I'm loving this. If I have Alan attack, he gets hit, so I'd rather have Forbes do this. Or I could just not aggro the axe users. That's a strategy. But like I said before, the GBA games, the RNG is always going to be the same. Let's go down here instead. So I can have Roy go here and attack, and probably get the kill. What are we looking at for speed? You have a speed of 4, weight of 8. You have less speed. I'm gonna try something. Let's give you the Iron Lance for now. Deal some damage. Alright, not bad. Not bad. See how that goes, and then we'll have Roy go down here. Kill. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's just bring Ellen here. I think that's that. Roy's getting attacked. He's gonna get attacked by you as well. 1 HP. Thank you, Roy, for surviving. Roy's a survivor. luck and defense. We'll take it. We'll take what we can get. Are you kidding me? The 25? Roy died to the 25%. And that's that. If Roy dies, it's a game over. Alright, you know, rushing in is not the strategy. Rushing is not the strategy for me. I am better off waiting it out and aggroing them. That is the better idea. I don't even think it will be fair if I have Marcus even aggro. Like, I don't think that would be fair. Put you up here. Roy's fine. Okay. Yeah, rushing in doesn't seem to work. And again, we are just on hard mode. This is supposed to be kind of a normal playthrough. We're not even at the challenging part yet. Oh, we're not even at the challenging part yet. Again, I think hard mode wants you to use Marcus a little bit to weaken units. Soften them up so you can get EXP somewhere else. Ward? What the hell? What the hell, Ward? You suck. Okay. The archer is too far away. I can have Thanny go for the javelin. Thank you, Thanny. Which modern game? Which modern game? Oh, back up. Play Modern Fire Emblem, you can turn permanent death off there. I don't know, she's like Persona Tactics game. Yeah, the Modern Fire Emblems have ways to turn off the permadeath. Actually, Fire Emblem Awakening has a casual mode where if a unit dies, quote unquote, they just leave the field for the map. But then they'll come back in the next chapter. So Awakening on the 3DS and onward, they have casual modes basically. 3 level. Okay, let's give Boris the kill. 3 houses? 3 houses is a good start. Yes, 3 houses is a good starting point on the Switch. If you play 3 Hopes, it's kind of the, I would call, it's almost like prequel. I don't know if prequel's the right word. 3 Hopes is weird. Alternate universe? Yeah, alternate timeline. That's it. But the story of 3 houses is a lot better than some of the other Fire Emblem games we got recently. And you can really customize your units in that one. And it looks like my PNG is frozen. Let's fix that. Scuffbot's back. Come on. If you do play the one after that, Crimson Fire Emblem Engage, well, in that game, the story is complete ass. It's one of the worst ones. The gameplay, the actual strategy element of Fire Emblem Engage is really top tier. So much customization to mess around with, basically. But I do think that 3 houses would be a good starting point if you have, for you, possibly. not only do they have modes to get rid of permadeath, Crimson, they have ways to turn back the clock so you can undo moves if you want to. So there's ways of getting through the game without having to worry about permadeath. Even if you turn permadeath on, you can have the turn wheels. You can also do like a bunch of level grinding as well. If you have the money, I guess it's something to consider. Just something to consider. But it looks like we're probably getting a new Fire Emblem game, I'm gonna guess this year. Oh, no, not that. We are going for this. And sadly, if I have Fanny stick around, she's gonna die. So let's get this kill. Never mind. We miss. Whatever. We'll take it. I think I can go ahead and let Roy grab this kill. How's Alan? Alan's at full. We can have him rush over here. We can have him start dealing damage. Deke can go ahead and grab this kill. Okay. Fanny. If you have online, you can... Oh, wait. Using online in 3 houses can get you a hacked sword. Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff early if you do online stuff. But Crimson, I'm just gonna say, like, newer Fire Emblem games are not that hard. Like, they really are not. They made them so much easier as time went on. Like, even just turning on, like, you have casual mode, you have the time tuner, where you can rewind your moves. There are many ways to make things easier. Attack is 17. Your defense is 6. You can survive a single hit. Again, I think Fanny can survive a single hit. You got the response. What game Robin is from and think about? Robin is from Fire Emblem Awakening, and that's one of the 3DS games. So if you have a 3DS, you can go there too. Awakening is also a good starting point if you want to go there. 1, 2... 1, 2, and... Yeah, Fire Emblem Awakening is also a good starting point. Fates is okay, but again, kind of like Fire Emblem Engage, it has a very bad plot. So if you care about the plot... Oh, and also, even if you play Fire Emblem Fates, you actually cannot play it all without finding other ways of getting access to the full game. Fanny, if I were to send you up, you can't kill in one hit. And if they damn it, Fanny. Fine. We're going... We gotta get out of range. Damn it. I was trying to use Fanny a little bit more. Fanny's not in a safe spot. Yeah, Fire Emblem Fates did the whole Pokemon thing where they released 2 versions and it changes the story. Like, the first 5 chapters are the same, but after that, the story branches off to just be a completely different game. Damn it, Walt! Why is everything so expensive? Because 3DS has gotten popular lately, I guess. 3DS has gotten popular lately. But yeah, they released 2 versions, Conquest and Birthright. And that basically chooses which story path you basically start with to begin with. You don't even get a choice. Basically, the game you bought is the one you choose. But then there's a 3rd path of the game. But, there's only 2 ways to get access to that 3rd one. You either had to buy it technically as DLC, or you have to get the collector's edition that I think has it pre-downloaded, and it has like every pathway in one cartridge, I believe, and that is expensive. Full price. Unless you get a used one, even then it's almost 40 euros. What's it looking like on, over here? Fire Emblem Awakening. What are we looking at? Yeah. Actually, at least US prices, Awakening's actually not that bad. A complete copy is 35 bucks. Honestly, that is not that bad. It's not. It could be Path of Radiance. Actually, okay, let me look up Fates. Because let's be honest, Fire Emblem Fates is like, if you want that 3rd story path, you need the collector's edition. Without finding it other ways, which, let's be honest, I would probably just tell you to do that. So, just for reference, Birthright is 30 bucks for a complete copy, US version, US copies. I don't know about I don't know about where you're from, Crimson. So that could change. And people like Conquest more, so what's Conquest at? Also 30 bucks. Which sadly now, because the eShops is down, if you want to play both versions officially, you have to just buy them separately. Oh my god. I am not paying attention. Fine, Marcus, you take care of all this. Actually, this might be better anyway. That way I get another unit to work with. And the special edition. The special edition has all 3 paths. A complete copy is $463. Again, that is the only official way to get the 3rd playthrough of Fates officially nowadays. Which sucks. Maybe we can get Fanny right here. Maybe get her to fight a little bit. Who's left? Marcus? Actually, I want to see if Path of Radiance changed. Because before, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on the GameCube used to be $250 to $300, but now that it's on Switch Online now, which is, you know, renting, not owning, I'm curious on if the price has changed at all. Might be too soon. Complete copy is 214. Honestly, I think it went down for now. Can I see a historic crisis? Yeah, it's gone down. That's nice to know. Still probably not going to go below 200. Ooh, you got some strength. Okay, all of them are swarming out. Which is fine, I think. Fanny can take the time to... No, she can't. Like, look. She'll die in one hit. So, let's go ahead and let... So, let's... Come on. Alan... Waltz, you can't fight. Do you have your javelin? You do not. Wouldn't help anyway. Honestly, I think Alan's got this. New copy is on sale from 100 to 90 euros. Conquest is also that, but you do see one going for 73. Okay. The special is like 200 but sold out. The second hand is like 700. Exactly. Exactly. Just do that for now. So, Crimson, if you want to, if you mod a 3DS, so you can, what you could do is buy either Conquest or Birthright, and then after that, what you could do is just add in the other two pathways onto that cartridge. You only have a 2DS XL. Well, if you, again, I'm saying if you mod it. If you mod your 2DS, you could theoretically buy one of those games and then find it through other ways. You can add in the other routes because it's technically DLC. Look into modding. I did mod one of my 3DSs. That's how I was able to copy the game data, like the saves and the ROMs. Actually, you know what? No, it's not. Let's just have you wait. It's better to wait than to attack, actually. Fire Emblem is a very let the opponents attack you first type of game. Unless you're strong enough to one-hit KO, basically. Or survive multiple hits. But yeah, theoretically, you can buy one of the games, and then, through other means, find the DLC, and add those into your 3DS or cartridge, however that works. Honestly, that would probably be the most reasonable way of doing it nowadays. Instead of spending a ton of money just to get the third pathway. That is fine. Can we have Wolt? Yes. Wolt can do this. Nice. You go ahead and you'll be fine. Lance going? Yeah, well, he hasn't done really anything. There we go. We have these two fight. We can keep Alan here. Or start moving forward. I might as well heal for the EXP. Hardest game ever because the game is about patience. Which game? That game? Okay, hold on. I missed a lot of your messages. I think it's called Fish Cam. It's a sword that has almost as much damage as Violet's final sword. It has a range of 10, but another monster unit does little. But against monster units, very good. Yeah, that is right. Wasn't there a firearm game that was selling for $1,000 on eBay or something? I don't remember. We were seeing Path of Radiance on Switch 2's GameCube emulator. And thinking, those guys trying to sell it must hate them so much right now. Well, I actually don't know, Bad Cap. I'm talking about where my comment with the game. Let the enemies hit first. Hardest game ever because the game is about patience. It is a little bit about patience. Yeah, I see where the connection was. This is a very defensive strategy game. You're better off most of the time to let the enemies come to you. And let them attack first. Basically, like, if both you and the enemy take 3 hits to die, it's usually better to let the enemy attack first. It's something like that. I forget the exact calculation. Okay, I want you to target. Of course you hit me. Then if I attack... No. I am just gonna wait. Whereas if you play a game like Advance Wars is very offense-focused. You want to be the one to attack first. You get way better results if you do that. And other games like Final Fantasy Tactics, I don't remember Tactics being one or the other. Just kind of go for whatever you feel like. Is that full? It's fine. Honestly, it's very hard to get Wolt to do anything. He kind of needs to be fed. Reasons why you do 3 houses because you can charge. Yeah, 3 houses, you could probably get away with bum rushing a lot. You can probably get away with bum rushing a lot in the newer Fire Emblem games. Earlier ones, like, I think anything before Awakening, I think it's a lot harder to just be able to rush into the fight. I think it's a lot harder to do that. Who's left? Alright, Lot can get the kill. Or we could just wait it out. Now let's go for it. Let's go for it. Yeah! Get that level. Strength and speed. We'll take it. We will take that. Or can you get the kill? No, you cannot. we are just gonna wait. And Deke, you can just wait, I think. Yeah, we'll have you wait. Danny also waits. You found a copy of Robin's one because last time you looked at the game on DS, you spent a year trying. It was not being sold anywhere. Not even on secondhand. Yeah, after a year, so you're gonna. So we're trying. You gave up and emulated it. It was Inazuma 11 Go Lite, the first Go game. Oh, that's the one you tried looking for, but then ended up going with the big E. I feel ya. Sometimes it's a matter of you just can't find it. What are you supposed to do if you can't find it? Good. Ward lives! We finally made it past, like, what, turn 2 or 3? Where it's stupidly expensive. Again, that's kind of my rules for a lot of retro games. If it's stupidly expensive, like, more than double than a brand new game, that just emulate it. Come on. Okay. So, I could have Lot go up here. Can you get the kill? Yes. We can have... Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You know what? Let's have Ward back away. Okay, people collect it, but you want to play the game, not to have it sit on your shelf. I feel like nowadays we have a big problem with collectors. People that just want it for a collection with no interest in actually playing the games. They just want to own it for a collection. Have it sit on a shelf and potentially collect value to maybe, like, I don't know, sell a complete collection at some point. Retro gaming has kind of gotten not fun lately. You here, though. Your collection of games you want to try and play, not to collect it for... If not, you wanted to collect it for later, right? Well, I feel like a lot of people nowadays with retro gaming, it's for the monetary value. A lot of people are... It's kind of like people with Pokemon cards, where people are just, collecting to try to sell it later. You know, it's an investment. I think a lot of people are having that sort of mindset with retro games lately. Reasons why emulators exist. Reason 1. You know, if the games are too stupid expensive or you can't find them, how else are you gonna play them? If the game never released in your region, how else are you going to play them? AKA this game. I can have Lot go here. This kill. Damn it. That's fine. Yeah, the games I collect are games I'm interested in. And at least plan to play at some point. I don't collect for the sake of collecting. I'm not gonna buy, like, a Barbie game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like never gonna buy that unless, like, it's literally for stream. But that probably won't happen. so my point is, like, I'm not gonna just collect random games just for the sake of collecting things. But I think other people just have the mindset of being like, oh, if I get a full collection, I can sell it for millions. Like, no. Like, GameStop made the joke. Someone got a full collection of Xbox 360 games, and then GameStop retweeted it and be like, hey, we could buy it for $4. The full collection for $4. I'm always tempted to emulate it and see if you can buy it later. Have it on actual hardware. Also, another problem, you don't have a lot of retro consoles, so even some games you would even struggle to play. I can understand that. You can still buy the game and not have the console and then emulate it. You still own the game, you know? That is a idea. Let's have you start tapping. Like, if I don't have a Dreamcast, but if I wanted to play games on the Dreamcast, I could theoretically buy the physical game, assuming the price is reasonable, right? And then just emulate it, even though I don't have a Dreamcast. You know, I could do something like that. Boris hasn't actually gotten the kill. Well, ain't happening today. Luckily, it feels like there's a lot of ways to be able to copy games from your your physical library onto emulator, so that at least you can have best of both worlds. Like, you just need a CD drive to be able to copy PS1 and PS2. It's that easy. And then, like, get, like, a CD burning program, basically. It's very easy to copy PS1 and PS2 stuff. GameCube, GameCube and Wii, you mod a Wii, and then that way you could copy your physical games onto that. Most console you have is DS. If you have a 3DS, you can mod a 3DS, and then you can copy your DS and 3DS stuff, games and saves. I did that with my 3DS. GBA, I have a thing called a GB operator. It's basically a Game Boy Advance slot that you can plug into your computer. So that covers GBA, Game Boy stuff, at the very least. And apparently, the ones that made the GB operator are making a Super Nintendo one. Super Nintendo Super Famicom, so I can then copy my stuff from there later, eventually. Really, I just don't have a... If I get myself that Super Nintendo one, right? Then I don't have a way to copy N64 or NES. I need a less ways better to go. Yeah. Skylanders got expensive? I don't know, maybe the kids that were nostalgic over Skylanders have disposable income now. And they're nostalgic. That's probably what's going on. So why I'm thinking Xbox 360 and PS3 are probably get those now while they're still relatively cheap. But then again, a lot of those games are also